It is bright and early on a Wednesday morning, the first day of September, and here I am in Chicago. And today, I'm going to try to fit in as many transit secrets as I can into one day. And the first transit secret that I have is actually going to be taken by me last night, so roll that. So it's night me, and I'm here at Evanston Davis Street to show you something. The first transit secret of Chicago. Trains here on the Union Pacific North Line run in the European style, with trains running on the left instead of the right, and this is because when the Chicago Northwestern Railway operated this line, they wanted inbound passengers towards Chicago to wait in the heated waiting room. Alright, thanks for me from last night. It's almost like we're the same person. Anyway, now we're walking to Dempster Street subway station to catch the Purple Line, which will take us to Howard. So another interesting secret of Chicago's transit is that the subway here, on the platforms, they use blue stripes, not yellow. So we've alighted here at Howard Station because we are going to transfer onto the CTA's Yellow Line, and the CTA's Yellow Line is a short shuttle service called the Skokie Swift, and it only operates with 2 cars. So we got off here at Oakton Skokie to show 2 interesting things about the Yellow Line. Number 1, grade crossings. You won't normally find grade crossings on a subway system, but here in Chicago, that's where they have a bunch of them. And number 2, until 2003, the Yellow Line was actually operated using overhead wires instead of third rails, and you can still see traces of that along the route. So the Yellow Line used to be called the Skokie Swift because of the high speed it traveled at. And so, on the Yellow Line signage, there's a little bird. So here at Dempster Skokie Station, you can see the old depot has been turned into a Starbucks. So also here at Dempster Skokie, you can see they have a little grade crossing for pedestrians before the Yellow Line's turnaround point.
Welcome aboard Red Line Run 807.
So we stepped off our local Red Line train at Wilson to transfer to an express train here, an express Purple Line train. And this is a transit secret, I think, because Chicago is one of 3 transit agencies to have dedicated track for express trains. The Purple Line runs on the outside and the Red Line runs on the inside, which is also interesting because normally with transit agencies with dedicated tracks, they run express trains on the inside and local trains on the outside. So right here is one of the cars that ran on the Skokie Swift when they still used overhead power, and it still has the roof racks for the pantograph. So we're on the Chicago's famous loop at State and Lake Station, and we're here to transfer to the Red Line, which has the longest platform in America. So Lake is the start of the State Street subway, which is the longest subway platform in America and possibly the world. And I say platform because it's actually 3 stations in one. It's just one gigantic connected platform that you can walk through, but still 3 separate stations.
Monroe.
Here at Jackson, you can really see how this is just one long platform. Long. Now that we're off the subway, we are now going to transfer onto a CTA bus, which will take us to Union Station. Minutes later, and we are back at Union Station. So that was Metro's BNSF line, which I consider a transit secret of Chicago because it's the only commuter rail in the US that's operated by a freight railway. The BNSF line is operated by BNSF crews and is owned by BNSF. Like, the tracks here are all owned by BNSF. It's just a Metro line for like scheduling and other purposes like that. So I just thought that was pretty cool. Something else interesting is that the cars that are owned by BNSF have a little swoosh that says BNSF and a marker that shows that it's owned by BNSF Railway. We made it to the Cicero Pink Line station, and now we're just waiting for a Pink Line train, which will take us to 54th and Cermak, one stop down the line and the terminus of the Pink Line. So here at 54th and Cermak, there's another interesting secret of the Pink Line. This station has two platforms, but they're only spread across one track. So that means when the train that's pulling into the station, it pulls to the far end and skips the inbound platform. It stops at the outbound platform, and then at the other end of the outbound platform is the inbound platform. That's where the train goes after it's done being serviced and all that. So I just thought that was really interesting and rarely seen on subway systems. And there it goes towards the inbound platform. Apparently we're walking from the outbound platform to the inbound platform so we can catch another Pink Line train back to the loop. So here comes an outbound train preparing to terminate at the other end of the station. Alright, off the Pink Line at LaSalle and Van Buren, and now we're going to the LaSalle Metro Station. This is the terminus of the Rock Island Line and one of the 4 railway terminals in Chicago. Alright, so now we're on the Rock Island District train, waiting to depart at LaSalle. We're going to take this train to Chicago Metro's street running section. We're here at 95th Street, Beverly Hills, and this is the start of what I call Metra's street running section. It's not true street running, but the trains run right next to the street, and I think that's pretty cool. See, this isn't really strictly street running, but it's pretty close. So 4 blocks of street running, and then it goes to the 99th Street Metro station. So an interesting feature of 99th Street is that the outbound area has its own platform, but the inbound platform you have to cross over the outbound tracks to get to. These are what are called duck boards. They're used at stations where there isn't enough room for 2 platforms, but there are 2 tracks. Alright, made it to the Blue Island, Vermont Street, Rock Island platform. Now, we're walking to the Metra Electric platform. So we're going to be taking a ride on the Metra Electric District, which is unique because it's an electrically operated commuter railroad, and the rolling stock that it uses is bi-level. So these are like the Caltrain cars, but just electric. Here at 111th Street, you can see the historic Pullman Monument. Pullman is a man who built many train cars. And at 111th Street, there's a monument in his honor. And we have come to 55th, 56th, and 57th Street Station, marking the end of my journey to visit as many Chicago transit secrets as I could in one day. Obviously, there's a lot more than the things that I showed in this video today. But, yeah, I had a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.